Hey lovelies, it's Sammy. I just thought I'd do a little get ready with me for summertime, but I also wanted to do a little twist on it and talk about green skincare and see how toxic my makeup items are with Think Dirty. So before I get into the makeup portion, what we're about to put on my face, I thought I would talk about my skincare. And it's really important to take good care of your skin. Speaking of, drink lots of water. I have this silly mug with me, and let's get into it. So I started off this morning using African black soap, which if you guys aren't familiar with it, you can get it on Amazon or Whole Foods or any natural grocery store. And it's basically a mixture of like palm leaves, plantains, coconut, and it's sun-dried and compressed, and all the oils mixed together. And it's designed for problem skin, but it like evens out your fine lines, reduces blemishes, and exfoliates slightly. So it has shea butter, which has a 0 brand. It's gotten a 0 rating, so that's good. All good things. Starting off strong. So then after I used African black soap, I moisturized with rosehip oil. So since this is a newer app, sometimes you don't get what you're looking for. Right now I'm not getting the brand that I use, but I also typically use this brand. Doesn't seem to have any harmful health impacts. All good there. For my body, I used coconut oil, which also should have a 0 rating. 0 is the best you can get. Yeah, I just have extra virgin coconut oil. Got a 0 on that. And then I used Kiss My Face sunscreen, which I'm really bad about using sunscreen, but I'm working on it. I used this Sport Edition, which they don't actually have the one that, oh, they do. And unfortunately, it got an 8. An 8 is really bad, so I probably should use a different sunscreen. So the reason why it's an 8, which is really dirty, is it has oxynoxate. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound good. Oh, and it affects estrogenic and thyroid activity. Eeks. And has been linked to breast cancer. Okay, so we're going to avoid that. We're going to look at their picks instead. So they have the Honest Company sunscreen spray. That looks great. And has a 0 rating. And I can just shop it for next time. Great. Cool beans. And I guess we'll just get into the makeup portion now. Oh, my camera's dying. If it dies, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics CC cream, and then I'll just put the rating next to it. I don't remember it getting a good rating. I think I remember it getting a fairly bad rating. Okay, so what I normally do is I just pat it like this. And I'm using the viewfinder, so if that bothers you, sorry about you. I just pat it in around the areas where I want more coverage, and I just roll it over the eyelid a little bit. And since my face is already moisturized, it just glides over a lot easier and gives a glowing effect. Alright. Then what I typically do is I use the Colourpop Cosmetics bronzer and blush. Can't speak apparently. and I'm going to put the toxicity rating next to it. So I expect it to be highly toxic because it doesn't market itself as a natural makeup brand. And it's going to come off really orange on the camera, but it isn't as intense as it looks in here, I promise. So I generally just carve out my face a little bit, and I go over all the areas that I want to have a, ooh. So I do that, and that is in the shade Afternoon Delight. It's a bronzing powder. And you can also get it in the compact. And then I use Glass Slipper, and I put it where my face would naturally burn. So right here and right here. And I just pat it in with my fingers since it's highly pigmented. And I blend it a little bit more up. We're gonna see how toxic it is. I think it's gonna be pretty bad for me. And then I also use Flexitarian. It's a Super Shock Cheek. And I just put that on my lid to give a little bit more sparkle and shine. Woo! It's looking really shiny on here. And then I put a tiny bit right here, but it's really pigmented, so it's just gonna really pick up. And then I take my bronzer brush and I just go up there. And when I have more of the Glossier product, I usually come through my brows with it. I don't have that much of it left, so it's not really going to make a difference at all. And then my lips are moisturized with almond oil, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this Milk Dip Out Liffy Stick on my lips. I'm gonna guess that the Milk Makeup Cosmetics is not as toxic. And I'll be right back. I forgot my mascara. Okay, I'm back. So I know these have a really low toxicity rating from the last time I checked, but they're the Pacifica Stellar Gaze Length and Strength Mineral Mascara. And Pacifica is typically a great brand. I really love their stuff. It's cruelty free. And what I do is I layer the brown one because it's a little stiffer first. And that way it doesn't get all over my eyes. And then I sometimes come through just a teeny bit with the brown one. So that way it gives a nice little tint. And then I take the black one, which is Supernova, and I just blink onto it. Okay, and that is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching with me. Let me know what non-toxic beauty recommendations you have. I'm really looking for a new foundation because my CC cream is not really inclusive as far as different skin types, and also just the shade range sucks for IT Cosmetics, and it's so toxic, and a lot of the natural and green beauty brands are not inclusive at all. But I want to support a business that is inclusive, even if it's smaller. So let me know your recommendations. I would love to hear them. And let me know what you think of this type of video. I'm not usually sitting in front of you guys and talking, so I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say. Thanks for watching.